My name is Bittner and I go to Shore Middle School. This week on Tuesday we started our distance learning, and it's a lot harder without the teachers there to help us, but we can manage without them. We are starting new units in all of our classes now that it's a new quarter, our last quarter of the year, and I'm really worried about this. And I'm very worried that I'm not going to do well without the teachers. And we finally got our camper back. So we're glad that that's back, that we can finally be able to go places and have fun. And get outside of the house now. Our distance learning took me a while to do on the first day because I didn't really know what to do, and it was so confusing. It still is, but it's better now than it was on Tuesday. And if we have any problems, we just email the teachers. And we have video streams at times with different teachers every so often, just to check in and see if we have any questions and stuff. And yeah, that's what happens during our distance learning, and that's what I've been doing all week. Bye!
Hi everyone. This is going to be very imperfect. I'm outside following around Sarah, who likes to throw sticks in the creek, and it's probably going to be in several segments, but I'm just going to give it a try and just wing it. So at the beginning of the year, I set an intention to focus on nurturing relationships with people I want to have a connection with over the long term. And then all of this happened. And I temporarily kind of fell into despair, feeling like that intention is being destroyed by forces outside my control. And then I kind of had to laugh at myself because I'm an introvert. I've always communicated better in writing than in face-to-face conversation. And some of the deepest connections I've made have actually been through writing in one way or another. Emails, handwritten letters, text messages, Facebook, etc., etc. So you would think that this would be easy. I'm being forced into maintaining connection in the way that I often prefer to anyway. And yet I was still struggling, and I realized that part of it was me viewing this in a very temporary light. Oh, this is just a few weeks of disruption, and I don't really need to think about putting new schedules or routines in place because it'll be over pretty soon. And then I realized that thinking was creating a rut. I was getting stuck in a rut, and I shifted my thinking to this could be a pretty long-term thing that we're going through right now. And if I view it that way, it actually makes things easier. Because you know what? When you don't have a definite end date, you don't know exactly what delays there are going to be, how long it's going to take to get to your destination, it's easier to just settle in for the ride. Many years ago, before I had kids, I made many trips between Cleveland area and Vermont, where my parents live, and here, which is my adopted home when I got married. And I've also done a lot of trips to New York City, driving, both kind of trips. And to get to New York City is about 8 hours or so, and to get to Vermont is about 11. And I actually found that the 11-hour drive was easier than the 8-hour drive. Because when you are driving for 11 hours, you just know it's going to be a long haul. And there might be a few delays along the way. It might even take closer to 12. An 8-hour drive is just short enough that pretty early on in the drive, you're thinking, oh, when am I going to get there? I'm tired of this, blah, blah, blah. But when you're in the car for 11 hours, you just kind of settle in for the ride. And you actually kind of enjoy the respite or the diversion from a normal hectic day. Listen to audiobooks, notice the scenery. I used to write poems and record them on my phone or whatever audio device I had while I was driving. So I'm changing my mindset to think of this as a longer term event in all of our lives, and to think about how to maintain connection in the midst of all of that. And you know what? Maybe it's, for some of us, maybe it's even forcing us into connection in a way that is easier for us, and some it's harder. But I hope that all of us can just settle in for the ride and find some enjoyment or peace in all of it. Well, okay, that was very far from perfect. It would have been a lot better if I'd written all this down and read from a script, but you know what? Chances of me actually getting that done by Friday to get this included for the service are not very big, so I'm wishing all of you well and look forward to seeing what all of you are up to. Peace.